Okay, so let's get started for today. I wanted to cover some really quick and important announcements. The most important one is Sketchtember. So Sketchtember is almost upon us. All of the prompts will be released to Discord tomorrow. So please join us on Discord. How do you join on Discord? Well, it's free and open for everyone. This is not my apprentice Discord. My apprentice Discord is through Patreon. It's a whole other thing. Please join me on the public Discord by going to Istebrak.com and clicking on the community tab here and clicking on this join the official Discord server. It's working as a sort of partner to our subreddit. The subreddit is where I select some pieces to critique from, but because I've given members of the Google Plus community time to adjust to Reddit after Google Plus shut down, it seems like whoever joined Reddit is just joined, and whoever hasn't joined it is just never going to join it. So that means that a lot of people aren't submitting a lot of the people that are part of the community that watch the videos aren't submitting their art because they have nowhere to submit it. Well, now you guys have somewhere to submit it, because I will start taking work for critique through Discord now. I think it's just time to do that. So there are, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 critique channels on our Discord community. There's general critique, 14-day challenge critique, anime and stylized art critique, 3D critique, and animation critique. I will be selecting from the general, 14-day, and anime and stylized submissions, as well as still selecting from the Discord community. So today I'll be selecting one of those pieces, the stylized anime here, and this 14-day challenger, which I'll be looking at. That's the most important new change right now, is that I'll be selecting work now from the Discord community for Critique Hour every Tuesday and Thursday, 5 p.m. Eastern time. And then there is the Patreon Discord, which is a whole other thing. It's for people who pay $20 a month through Patreon, get access to a private Discord. This private Discord, you get given all kinds of homework. You're given all kinds of assignments that range from basic skill building and form theory all the way to portfolio development, world building, all of that. And for this month, they will have a whole separate batch of homework to do for September. But in September, they have their own little challenge, which is a figure drawing unit, which is really, really interesting, because we will be taking on figure drawing like never before. I will be basically attacking it from all avenues: animation, cartoon animation and figure drawing, dance and figure drawing, gesture, everyday gesture, and basically closed gestures, and then very pronounced open gestures like martial art gestures, interpretive dance gestures. All of that will be submitted to the Discord, the Apprentice Discord, which is different from the public Discord. You get access through that by joining me as a patron, by going to my site, Istebrak.com, and clicking on the Support Me on Patreon. Okay, let's get started on today. So I will be looking at this piece and discussing hybrid anime style, how to make it look nice, where to put in realism and where not to. By the way, please make sure you guys are joining me on Twitch and following me there. I sometimes jump between Twitch and YouTube because I want to make sure I'm accessing all of my audience. But for the next couple weeks, I'll be doing it on Twitch. I will test the multi-stream. I wish multi-stream worked, because I wanted to stream Critique Hour to both YouTube and Twitch. I'm hoping that I can make that work out, but there are some glitches where OBS keeps crashing on me. But again, for now it's just Twitch, so please make sure you guys go to Istebrak.com and click on the Twitch icon at the top. So what's going on here? Why does it look off? Why doesn't it feel charming? Why doesn't it have that intriguing, interesting anime look to it? So with hybrid anime, what you're doing is you're still following the basic anime template thing, where you've got the eyes and you've got the little mouth and you've got that whole, you're following the template. But what you aren't doing is that you're not cell shading anymore. You are treating the template you're treating it as a form study. Meaning that every single component you've added in there, yes, it's not human anatomy, but that doesn't mean that you can't treat that cartoony animation of anime, that cartoony shape, as a three-dimensional object. Doesn't mean that you can't render it. So, so we're going to go into Liquify. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring back that hybrid, because right now you're using almost a realistic look to the face, to the head shape, and that's what's making it look weird, because you don't have realistic eyes, but you have a realistic head. So what we need to do first and foremost is just make the head shape that signature wide circular with a pointed chin sort of anime face. It doesn't really have cheekbones, it doesn't really have a jawline, it's just a really, really simple anime shape. Okay, so we do want that wide eye look. Anime is the epitome of the elf and the ogre example. Do you guys remember my elf and ogre video where I described the difference between beauty and ugliness and objectively in art? Basically, a cat is a perfect representation of an elf shape, which is the triangle that has the eyes big at the top and the mouth the smallest thing along with the nose, where the ogre is the inversion of that. The mouth is big and the eyes are small. So you're actually not dressing it up with realism in the sense of anatomy realism or biology. It's strictly form theory realism. Do objects cast a shadow? Where is the light coming from? And that's it. That's successful hybrid anime art. And then finally, the mouth. So you have this like really wide mouth, and you widened it even further by adding that little curl in the end. And that all together just made things really, really flat. And then we've got the lack of realism in the shape. So we still need to see the cylinder of the upper and lower lip before, after. You had this unusual long face, which is never seen in anime for anything other than an old man and like a handsome guy. But what I did was I oversized the head as well. So let's take a look again at the before and after. Before, after. And then I made the head a little bit bigger because it's part of the reason why that face is beautiful. So to answer the very question that started it all, why is anime cute? Why does it even look cute? Why does it even read as cute? Why do we think anime characters are beautiful? Well, for the same reason when we look at a baby's face and we think a baby is beautiful, same reason we look at a cat and think a cat is just freaking the most cutest thing in the universe. That's the reason why we think anime is beautiful. Anime has an oversized head, along with all the other beautiful features that come with downturned eyes, big eyes, etc., small nose, small mouth. It's the big head. It's the big forehead, it's the big round head, and the small chin. That's a big reason why anime and cats and babies all read the same, with the same level of beauty. So if you're not using the template, you don't get anime, all right? Anime drawing. I'm just gonna look it up for you, and we're just gonna take a look at what looks like anime and what doesn't. So same face shape, same face shape, same face shape, different hair, just different eyes slightly, and like that's it. Same face shape, male or female, slightly thicker neckline and flatter eyes, just like I mentioned for boys. Luffy is just the best, but also same face shape. All right, I don't even know what is going on, why she needs to drool and cry at the same time. I don't know. Anime is just this weird thing where everything goes. So I try not to dabble in it too much. But same face shape, just different eye shape, and it's mostly all about the head size and face shape. All right. So I'm just going to change the background color to be a little bit, something to match all of this. Just something to wake this whole scene up. But you need to make sure you're responding to the light source everywhere else. Okay? So how do we do that? Well, this is your shadow color for the hair. And I'm just going to use that to represent where the light can't see in relation to the hair's shape. And then you've got a highlight on this side. The hair, the sun is coming from this direction. So everything should be shaded in that direction. This means that the far side of the face should also have quite a big shadow. Just so hair needs much more definition along its end, along the strands, than it does along the body of the hair. Another thing I want to do is just blur the edges of the entire piece. So when you don't blur, what happens is that the edges are just too distracting. So filter, blur, Gaussian blur will really help it just refocus things back to the portrait. And then another thing is that you don't really have anything interesting happening with the hair. So I'm just gonna add like a simple little curl to the hair there, and that'll just give us something that's going on over there. You can do pretty much anything as long as that stencil is intact and you have basic form theory. So how do I get basic form theory? You do form studies. It's really self-explanatory. Once you do form studies and you do a good amount of them, you kind of don't feel like you're stabbing in the dark when it comes to your shadows, your edges, all of that stuff. You don't feel as lost. As long as you did a little bit of research on what goes into the templates and why we do them, etc. Before, after. I obviously made the face a little bit more chubby and I worked with my opinion of what is cute, but you can do whatever you want to do. All right, I'll let you guys go. Thank you everyone for coming. See you guys on Thursday at 5 p.m. Eastern time. Bye. And then now she's just disappearing out of memory. Oh no, Sakura-chan, don't leave. We miss you. Oh no, her shadow stayed behind. Oh no, when will I meet you again in this slice of life anime? Oh no, she died, but then she's gonna come back as an angry soul. Oh no, no, please come back. You're my love interest.